Hi ladies, Jenny back again with part 3 of the making of our 3 boys, and I'm now working on one of the pages. Just taken a piece of blue cardstock and ran it through my Cuttlebug using the Flower Fantasy embossing folder, and I'm making a file folder. So we don't need to go out and buy a die. We can make our own, and I'm just using a section of that I've just corner punched to round off that edge there. And now just using my corner chomper there to cut the edges or corners. And now just taking that denim blue glimmer mist and spraying the front of that file folder and dabbing off the excess. And just heat setting it. And just taking some distress ink there and going over the raised edges of that design. Just dried it there, and now distressing the edges with my Tim Holtz edge distressing tool. And then re-inking the edges with that just with the same colour distress ink. And now just taking some tiny alphas from Making Memories, and that's Caden. The photos are of Caden, so that's going to be his name there on the tag, on the file tag. And that's just some watercolor paper from Stampin Up. And I'm just stamping a clown. The first stamp didn't work out too well, so I'm now using a piece of foam underneath and giving it a bit more oomph. And now just taking my blender pen and there, that looks like Stampin' Up's ink there, and just colouring the clown in. That was a long process, that one. Yeah, I think I need to either re-ink my black stays on ink pad or grab a new one. Or it could have actually been the stamp itself. I don't think it was a good quality stamp. It's all coloured in now, thank goodness. And now just cutting out that clown. And just adding some detail there. And I'm going to adhere it to the front of that file folder and overlapping. It's actually, I'm using dimensionals to attach it to the file folder. Now adhering the photos to the inside of the file folder. And now I'm just taking some buttons and some embroidery thread and tying a couple of knots in there and cutting off. Just to dress up the buttons a little bit. And I don't know why, but I started to create each of the pages in order that they appeared in the book, in the album. But then down the track you'll find that I do digress and go backwards and forwards. I start out with all the good intentions. Okay, so I've put that medium-sized blue button underneath that ball that the clown's holding. And then just adhering the other two randomly, using some oh my goodness, glue dots, that's what they're called. And now adhering that file folder to the actual page. And that's that page finished. So thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for part 4. Bye.